Let's do a video about Facebook. Facebook and the White House working together to flag misinformation. How about that? Press Secretary Jen Psaki. She takes to the podium and she comes up with two bits of information. The first one is that she has a team in the communications department, in the White House press department, which actually works with Facebook. They communicate with Facebook. They message Facebook, they call Facebook, whatever it is, and they flag misinformation. Specifically, at this moment in time, it's COOF misinformation, but you know, it's going to be all kinds of misinformation. Orange man bad misinformation is what it's going to come down to. So you have the White House working with the Zuck bot and the Facebook team to censor people. How about that? How about that? And then she comes up with another statement, which is, you know what she says to everybody, and I'm paraphrasing here, if you get kicked off of Facebook, or if you get censored from one social media platform, you should be censored from all big tech. That was her statement. Now, people were shocked, they were stunned. Mainstream media, you guys weren't, we weren't, because all of this stuff is stuff that Snowden, Assange, WikiLeaks has already exposed many, many times over. Actually, we even have an email just the other day from Zuckerberg actually communicating, Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, actually communicating with Fauci so they could set out certain policy stuff. So all of this is not a surprise, but the mainstream media was completely stunned. They were, clutching their pearls. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe the White House is working with Facebook to censor the American public, to censor people. I can't believe this is what, Fox News was saying, and all these people in the conservative, let's say conservative right, but the neocon, neo-lib mainstream media, they were all shocked. And of course, this is not shocking at all. We all know that Facebook is working with the government. We know that. We know that that big tech and the government is actually working for the surveillance state. I think it's now become pretty obvious that the Zuckbot, ODYSEE, all these people were probably profiled and given these positions. That's my hunch. They were, definitely the CIA, we know, was one of the first investors in Facebook. That we know, to the tune of like 16 million. And I'm sure that the surveillance state made sure that Zuck and ODYSEE were going to be two individuals that would play along with whatever orders they gave. And we know, the Biden White House is nothing but a placeholder administration for other powers that are running the show. And one of those powers is the surveillance state. Like Chuck Schumer said when he was interviewed by Rachel Maddow. What did he say? The quote that I always mess up. 2 ways, 6 days a week, and two ways on Sunday? Something like that. I always freaking forget that quote. Anyway, everybody, it's obvious that the surveillance state is running the show. Very, very obvious at this point. And, Facebook, Twitter, what can you say? Getting on these platforms is like just giving your information to the surveillance state, period. They just might as well change the logos of these social media platforms and just put like the seal of the CIA or the NSA or something on there. I mean, what's the use anymore? But I'm going to play a Tucker Carlson video, actually. Let me play a Tucker Carlson video, because in his segment on, I believe it was Thursday night or Friday night, he really dissects the situation really well, and it was a good opening segment. And I think he sums up the situation. Tucker Carlson is probably the only mainstream media host, journalist, pundit who is calling all this stuff out and calling it like it is, at least to the extent that he can. I'm sure that he also has certain restrictions, but he's definitely pushing the line, and I'm sure the surveillance state and the government and the globalists are pretty pissed off with what he's reporting. But anyway, here is the segment from Tucker Carlson. Enjoy it. He sums up the situation well with Psaki, the White House, the surveillance state, and the dangerous path that we are moving towards very quickly. Very quickly. We'll find a way to take on big tech. We will find a way. That way is crypto social networks. But for now, things look tough. But you know, technology got us in this mess, and technology will get us out of this mess. Anyway, guys, Duran shop. Pick up a hat. Pick up a hat. 10% off. Use the code Real News. And go to our locals, my channel, Alexander's channel, the Duran's channel is on locals. It's on BitChute, Rumble, ODYSEE, Super U. Locals, you can also post your own stories and your own news that you want to share with the community. Censorship free. That's what I want to say. All right. Take a look at the Tucker segment and let me know in the comments down below what you think. Take care.
The White House said out loud the other day that it's coordinating with the tech monopolies to censor anything it deems to be misinformation.
We are in regular touch with these social media platforms, and those engagements typically happen through members of our senior staff, but also members of our COVID-19 team. Given, as Dr. Murthy conveyed, this is a big issue of misinformation, specifically on the pandemic. We've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation.
Imagine admitting that from the podium during a White House briefing. Yeah, the White House is actually in control of the information that you receive on your phone because the First Amendment doesn't exist. Politicians have taken over the media, but that's totally fine because it's disinformation. They said that out loud, and today they didn't backtrack or apologize or fire the person who said it and disavow what she said because it's crazy, unconstitutional behavior. They doubled down. The same person, Joe Biden's press secretary, said that if you're banned on one social media platform, you should be banned everywhere.
Providing for Facebook or other platforms to measure and publicly share the impact of misinformation on their platform and the audience it's reaching. Also with the public, with all of you, to create robust enforcement strategies that bridge their properties and provide transparency about rules. You shouldn't be banned from one platform and not others for providing misinformation out there.
You should be totally silenced if you disagree with the Joe Biden White House? Really? That's what they're saying. And again, they're not ashamed of it. This afternoon, the president himself explained that if social media companies don't comply with these orders, then effectively they're guilty of murder.
What's your message to platforms like Facebook?
They're killing people. I mean, look, the only pandemic we have is among the unvaccinated. And they're killing people.
They're killing people? Well, what do you do to those who are killing people? Anything you want, because they're murderers.